You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
There's been a lot of buzz recently about a touching moment supposedly involving Paul McCartney and Phil Collins. The story making the rounds on social media claimed that Paul McCartney showed up at the hospital where Phil Collins was recovering from knee surgery and played Hey Jude for him. It's a beautifully sentimental image. Paul quietly strumming his guitar in the hospital halls, moving everyone to tears with his music, while Phil listens with a tear rolling down his cheek. But as heartwarming as that sounds, it turns out this story isn't true. Phil Collins, as many fans know, underwent knee surgery recently and has been in the hospital for recovery. However, a viral post that popped up on the platform X, that is formerly Twitter, painted a vivid picture of Paul McCartney arriving at the hospital with his guitar, serenading Phil with Hey Jude. The post even included photos showing Paul hugging Phil and playing guitar, which only helped the story spread faster. Here's the thing. Fact-checkers, including the website Snopes, investigated the claim and found no credible media reports backing it up. The photos circulating with the story were apparently AI-generated, or at least heavily manipulated. One curious detail was how Paul was pictured holding the guitar like a right-handed player, when in reality, he is left-handed. This small but telling detail helped raise red flags about the authenticity of the images. More importantly, official sources close to Phil Collins, including a report from TMZ, clarified that while Phil is indeed in hospital for knee surgery, he is not in hospice care, contrary to some rumors. His condition is being managed, and there's no indication of any dramatic or urgent health decline. This isn't the first time Phil has been in the spotlight with health issues. Back in June 2025, he gave an interview to Mojo magazine, where he shared some honest thoughts about his current relationship with music. He mentioned that although he often thinks about going back to the studio, he doesn't feel the same excitement for making music as he once did. His health challenges have made it harder to dive back in fully. Other members of Genesis have also spoken about the band's history and Phil's role. Peter Gabriel reflected on the group's last performance together, acknowledging Phil wasn't in the best shape, but still appreciated being part of that final moment. Keyboardist Tony Banks recalled how Phil's arrival changed the dynamic of Genesis, making their music stronger and bringing humor to the group, even if Phil wasn't initially thrilled with their early songs. So while it's a lovely thought that Paul McCartney would visit Phil Collins in the hospital to play a heartfelt song, the reality is that this story is just a viral rumor with no real basis. Phil Collins is recovering from surgery, and fans continue to send him well wishes, hoping to see him healthy and perhaps inspired to make music again someday. Stay subscribed for more videos.